All right, and we should be live. Let me go ahead and update the YouTube. And I'll push this out to the people on Discord as well. All right, looks good to me. Let me go to this. Share, copy. All right. Oh, don't forget to actually say at Notification Squad. Done that before. All right, cool. With that, let's get right into this. Hello, everyone, and welcome to possibly the last Jam stream. Now, I have good news. The program's actually done at this point. Like, I can run it. Oh, it's because I'm in release. Also, before I do that, I should probably do that. I should probably get rid of my data. Hold on a second. I'm gonna go ahead and remove my data. Glad I did that. I need to go to document, or no, I need to go to this PC. Users. It might actually be in public users. No, it isn't. It is here. It's in app data. That's where I store everything. Roaming. The only reason I'm going to delete all my data is because I do actually have my resumes in here. And I don't really want those leaked. There's Jam. See, I'm going to go ahead, delete my resume. I can just delete everything. I do have a backup, which I will get to. So we're just going to delete everything. So yeah, Jam is complete. You can create applications. So if I want to, I can go ahead and just create an application. Let's say it's for, let's say the company is Fubar. I can say it's website, I can just straight up copy it. What's a good website I can use for all my fake website? That's actually a great idea. So I can put in a website like this. Career website, this is for like, if they have if you're like applying to Microsoft, this would be Microsoft.net. Career website would be Microsoft.careers. The career home is for whatever the actual career is, or for how you can manage your careers, or what am I saying? How you can manage your applications on their career website. So oh, you got a call back. Go to the career website and it'll give you more details. Or, oh, I'm no longer applying to this place. I can go to careers website home and then I can see my applications and delete it. So that's done. So foo at gmail, .com. Password. This is because a lot of these um, application sites, all these career websites require you to have a sort of account. Obviously, if you don't have to have a password, you don't have to do anything, but I can just put in password here. And you can see that you can toggle it on, toggle it on and off. You can toggle it on and off. You have info, so this could be something like, this company looks like a scam. And yeah, so you could create a company like this. Then you have the application, which is, okay, I'm applying for computer scientist. A lot of this is just going to be copy and pasting into this form. Obviously, if you don't want to copy and paste and you just want to do one portion of that, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to worry about it. So again, the link, you could just put in whatever link you have. The application type, this could be something like LinkedIn. It could be the careers website. I'm sure there's other things that people might want to use. If you do, that's why you have other. So I can say I found it on word of mouth. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Location, again, it's pretty obvious what these are supposed to be. So location could be here. I'm not going to actually put in my real location. Salary could be, whatever you want it to be. I wonder if I should start with dollars. Then again, not every country has dollars. So let's say $100,000. For resume, it'll let you select pre-added resumes, but I have to open through folder. Please tell me this works. Please tell me this works. It does. Okay, thank goodness. What is a good thing I should add? What is a random file that I should use? A random PDF. I need a random PDF. What is a good random PDF that I can use in this example? I don't really have a good PDF. Yeah, I can use that. So I have the link to my resume. Once I go ahead and save this, it'll actually just save the name, and I won't have to worry about that anymore. I'll use the same thing for my cover letter. So yeah, it saves the name here. You can tell that this isn't an editable field. You have to use the folder, and that's just because it's easier. And here you can say info like good position or something. I don't know. Then you have image backup. This is pretty self-explanatory. It's where you can store a backup of the page. This is because links can die. Like, oh, I applied to Microsoft for a position, and then I try to access the link a while later, and it'll just say, oh, this doesn't exist anymore. So if I go ahead and like take a screenshot, I can go ahead and then paste it here, and it'll just be here. I can also open it, or I can go ahead, remove it, remove all. I can paste as many things as I want in here. If I remove one, it'll remove just the last one. But if I have multiple, I can say delete all, etc. So that's all the main parts of this. I'll go ahead and save it, and then I can show you some of the reusable things. So I can do reuse company here, and now it'll be able to say, oh, just reuse foobar. So if you apply to the same place multiple times, it's really easy to just reapply. Then you can say for the application, um, for resume, you can see I just have the drop down here, and I can just select Visual Studio 2022 image library. It is a good library. I'm glad that it's open to me. That's how I got all these little icons. And yes, that is properly credited. Speaking of which, I will show off the credits. You can see that I have the credits here, where I have the tools used and the GPL version free license. Copyright. Um, if you decide to use this as open source software and actually decide to like edit it and want to upload your changes, feel free to update this credits field to add your information. That is why I made it this way, so you could easily add it if you would like. But yeah, that's create application. Pretty obvious how it works. Then you have view application, which lets you not only take like the company, I can go ahead and edit it, which pretty self-explanatory how that works. Or I can open in this view tab, which seems not that useful. However, this is useful if you were to like create application and oh, I'm reusing foobar, but I don't remember what my password is. Now you can just go here and oh, here's my password, copy it. Nice and easy. Also, all the links will allow you to, it'll just automatically, you click it, takes you to the site, works. It just works. It's nice. It's the refined vision, if you will. Um, Also, there's view application. Same sort of thing. You have augmentations, which is essentially the things that aren't seen. Like, oh, the company is part of companies. You can't just edit a company while editing an application. So that's why you can change which company you are part of through augmentations. It is a little janky if you're like adding a new company, but like when are you going to be doing that? If I create an application for a company, when am I going to say, "Oh, actually no, this is for an entirely new company." Either it's for the company you've already said, like I guess the company could have a typo, but in that case you might as well just like edit the company, which I give you the full access to with the edit button, or, you know, change it to another company that you've already made. But yeah, you have all the application settings as you'd expect. Everything just, it is essentially a reformed version of my editor. It's what you'd expect. But yeah, augmentations, not only that, you have creation time. This is for when you've created it. Your sent time, or when your last update time. This field is for like, oh, my application got flushed. Oh well, my application, I got past the auto review. Now they're gonna manually review it. Okay, they manually reviewed it. Now I can just move it to the next thing, and it's easy to use. That's the whole point. Then you have the last update time. This automatically gets updated. So like if I change this to hired, or actually let me change this to a different date. I'll change it to the 4th. I could say now, oh, now I'm flushed, and now it'll automatically update this. As you'd expect, the other field works just like the other field worked in the last thing, where once I set it to other, now I can type something in the other field and edit it. Next, we have obviously the viewer as well, where you have images. I decided to give you a little bit more control with this, where you can change how much space you use for this. And yeah, all the images are on the right again. However, since you can control how big it is, it's a little nicer to look at. And yeah, you can just, same sort of thing. You can click on the link. You can open things like the company. You can open your things like the resume and cover letter. It just works. What can I say? Yeah, if you click on an image here, it just opens it. So that's nice. So yeah, that's the application viewer. Pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with it, all things considered. Next are quick stats. Here you can put in things that you really just need, like, oh, every single place I apply to needs my email. So I'll just type in foo@gmail.com. So now whenever I'm applying, I can have this window up and I can just say, oh, they're asking for my email. All right, copy. And then I can just go into where, assume this was a field that they have, and paste. Just paste. Nice and easy. Also, if you have other things that they might commonly ask for that I didn't include here, obviously these are just the defaults. Like maybe they ask for your personal website. So I could include website here, and then I could start adding that. Alternatively, down here we have skills. Also, this is adjustable too, because that's the main. I don't know how much people will use of each feature, but skills. This is for things like, oh, what are your skills on your resume that you couldn't include? Because I know my resume is so cluttered because I have so many things that I've done. I know I am the most humble person in the world, but I have a lot of stuff on my resume, and I can't fit all my skills. So when I get to the skills part of filling out an application, it's so annoying because I'm like, okay, so I could copy and paste stuff from my resume, but then, there's 20 other things that I don't have listed. So this way you just have a nice place where you can keep them all. Foo, bar. One nice thing is it also deals with duplicates, so you can just spam. So you can just spam. There does need to be a comma in between each one. So if I copy, I can save it, go back to quick stats. You can see it deleted foo. But yeah, I copied it, so just bam, nice and easy. So yeah. Next up is settings. This allows you to set a password for your account. So if I set a password here, so let's say I say test. You can see it's test. Save. Close. Now if I open Jam again, it'll start by asking me for my password. If I don't put in the right password, so T, just the letter T, log in, password was incorrect, test, and I can log in. Now, one thing that was actually kind of tricky that I did one night was add a email option. Oh wait, oh yeah. So when you're setting up your password, you're given this recovery email option. If it's blank, obviously there's no email to use, so it doesn't do anything. But if I had my email, I could fill that in, and then when you hit that email button, it'll give you a prompt and let you essentially send a recovery email. Now, I will admit that it is a little cumbersome because I don't have an email service. That's because if I had an email service, there's a chance that I could get charged for it, or people could hack it, some other garbage. As such, if you decide to use this, first of all, this has to be a Gmail right now. I haven't implemented supports for like Hotmail or whatever. If you really want Hotmail support, I don't think it'd be that hard to add, but I'm not doing that. But yeah, if you put in a Gmail account, you'll have to essentially create a key for this account to use, and you'll have. I walk you through it when you try to use the recovery email. It's a little cumbersome, but it's better than me possibly getting hacked. I don't want to be the gatekeeper. Remember, if this was a service that I was providing, I could be since I have control over since I created the recovery email service, I could literally look at your emails. Granted, I'd be looking at the only thing the email is just a recovery password. There's no personal information. Like when you create that login page, if I go ahead and close out of this, when I have this login right here, it generates a GUID that you have to fill in. And when it sends you the recovery email, it just sends you that GUID. So yeah. Fun. And yeah, that's basically all the program. And it's done. This program is done. And that's why this is probably going to be the last stream. Now it's done. I said it's done. But that doesn't mean I am completely finished with it, as there are a few finishing touches. This is the plating part of the exercise of Chopped. Now, I will say one piece of my code actually looks pretty good. That being the application editor. Like, look at this. Everything is nicely packaged up into these little regions. Oh, here's your variables. Everything has a comment. Isn't it so nice and great and beautiful? The life cycle, look at it. Everything has comments. All the methods, everything is nicely put here. Everything has a summary. Everything's labeled. I bring this up because everything else is not. Also, I think I can get rid of all these. Like, I don't think this is being used. Let me try it. I think I should be able to just remove them. Do I get any build errors if I do this? Oh, I didn't show off the import and export buttons, but essentially just imports or exports using either a very simple clear cipher, clear AES encryption, or it uses a password to use AES encryption. Also, all of your files are encrypted. So yeah, seems like it works. So I can delete all these unused libraries. Probably nice to clean up. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing tonight. Just doing some cleanup, making everything look nice and beautiful. Actually, one quick thing I do want to do with Application Editor, kind of a minor thing, but I want to, on all these windows, I want to check the tab order. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm pretty sure this is actually pretty good. So this should be first. Tab index is 0, that's good. Reuse company, that should be 1. This should be 2. This should be 3. Why is it 4? Oh, this is 3. Yep. 4, 5, 6. I'm pretty sure I actually did this one, but I'm pretty sure there's something wrong with it. 8, 9, 10, 11. Perfect. All right. Application. Wait, I thought this was... Oh, no, this is 11. Shut up, Windows Visual Studio. So this is 12. Oh, I made these 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. No, this is 23 still. I'm pretty sure it actually does work, but I'm going to go ahead and increment it. Oh, wait. Are we actually good? I think we are. Wow. Because this isn't editable. I can set this to false. Really? There's not a reset to default? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. It's not tab stoppable anyway. Yeah, 25, 26, 27, 28. I don't think this is tab stoppable. Yeah, tab stop is false. So the last one here is 28. And then in augmentations, we have 29, 30, 31, 32, and 33. This should be 34, and this should be 35. Yep. See? So easy. All right, and just like that, the application editor is 100% done. I am happy with it right now. All right, so let's start from the top. So we start off with application. So this is one of the file types, essentially. Each file type, I'd say there's free, I'm pretty sure there's free file types. I guess technically 4. You have applications, companies, and resumes. Technically, if you want to be picky, you also save, well, there's quick stats, which has both quick stats and skills. Then there's also technically you can export and import your files, which is a file type, but like it's a mesh of all the other file types, so not really that interesting. So yeah, I guess I can just make a region here. Dictionaries, and we'll end region here. End region, dictionaries. The dictionaries are here to convert the XML or enum types into readable text. So that way when you when you save, you can save as these enum types that are all uppercase. I think it's hard for you to see. I'm going to zoom in a bit, make it a little bit easier for you guys to see. Sorry about that. No one has said anything. I forgot about doing that. And I hit File Manager. Whoopsie. Please, please. All right, there we go. We're back. But yeah, you can see that this is um, the enum type. It's all uppercase. It's ugly. You don't want this put into excuse me. You don't want this put into the UI of the form. So when you put it into UI, you use the dictionary in order to convert it into text. Pretty simple. So yeah, that's the first region. So the second region will make variables. Thankfully, everything in these are usually pretty sorted. I'm not too worried about them. Then again, I copied most of the code, like from thing to thing. So like the company and application code are basically identical. It's just, okay, this one has these parameters, this one has these parameters. Give me 1 second. Excuse me. Sorry about that. End region, this is going to be variables. And I've already listed out what most of these are. I think most of the variables are pretty self-explanatory. I don't think I want to make a new thing for each of them. I will make them triple long. I mean, actually, nah. Yeah, I think most of these are pretty obvious. Like, I don't think I need to explain what company is. That it's the company. Actually, I do. Actually, I do because this is the GUID. Um, the GUID. This was a bad example of the company. The application is tied to. All right. Man, chat is completely dead tonight. It's fine though. This is a chill stream. The GUID of the company. Wait, what? Okay. I can just shorten this to the last time. I don't need to save a variable name. I shouldn't say you. Wait, what? Did I... No? I did say updated. Why is it up period? Okay, there we go. I wasn't seeing things, was I? It did say up dot, right? I think we have nothing to say about the code, so everyone is just freaking to talk. Yeah, maybe. I thought there was another part of the augmentation. These should start off capitalized. Wait, what? Images refers to the relative folder path? No, this is completely wrong. What the hell? That is not true. I think originally it might have been true, but this is blatantly false. This is just false information. Let's go online, everyone. No, images is like first of all I can remove images. I don't need to say images. Um it's a string containing all image data. Each image is separated by cont for continue. All right, resume is the resume's file name. That actually is true. This uses, um, I really should be using the GUID, but by the time I added a GUID to the resume, um, it was too late. Since a resume is a object, I'm going to keep it capitalized. What? No, it did put a T. It was HE. What the hell? Man lies in his own code. Yeah, I'm deceiving you all. Yeah, that was from a long time ago. You could tell that this is old code. I kind of want to see when I changed it. When I put that garbage in. How long it's been wrong. But yeah, this is the resume's file name. Technically, there's a GUID I could be using. I'm just not. you're only allowed to have one resume with one file name, so it's essentially a GUID. However, to keep your data secure, whenever I save your copy of your resume, I save it in a resumes folder, but I give it the file name is GUID, is the GUID. So someone can't say, yes, this is your January 2022, this is your January 2022 resume. All they know is this is a resume. Yep, it sure is. Like I can show you right now. Here's an example. This is a resume. You can see its file name up here is literally just numbers and letters. That's the GUID. And yeah, this is my resume. It really isn't. This is the Visual Studio 2022 image library. But yeah, you aren't getting shit out of this. Yeah, it's root. You got the name. You can't decrypt it. You can't do shit with this. Everything is encrypted. Ha 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 ha. I beat the hackers. So yeah, here we have cover letter. So cover letter file name. I guess I can say file name of the cover letter. I think it's pretty obvious. Like the second one's pretty necessary because yeah. Um, the file name of the cover letter. I'll capitalize cover letter. Should I capitalize it? Not really. I guess I shouldn't capitalize resume either. Not, not cover letter, not cover yetter. Yeah, that should be lowercase. Yeah, it's like not updating. That's weird. That's weird. Yeah, this should be just the cover letter's data. No need for the dumb, idiotic, long phrasing. Yeah, like it only doesn't. It saves like I don't even know. It's so weird. All these things are pretty self-evident. Um, nothing refers to application by GUID. So the GUID for the application is purely for file name. The file name of the application. This should also be the original, actually. Because when you save a cover letter, like a resume, you might use in multiple things. Like, oh, I have a resume. I'm going to send that out to 15 other companies, to 15 applications. Or heck, I might just use it for a period of time. Okay, I use it for 6 months and then I make a new one, or I update it. A cover letter is pretty specific to a position. That's why it's different. Why does code capitalization matter for code comments? Because I'm trying to be neat. It really doesn't matter, to be honest. Not really. No one's going to really read this, but this is essentially like my attempt at being clean. I have never really I've wrote plenty of code before. I have written a lot of code, relatively, I'd say. I know there's probably people who've written a lot more than me, but I'm pretty good, I would say. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say I'm at least a 7, maybe even an 8. I haven't done many competitions though, so it's hard for me to really place myself on a scale. I mean, I do have a bachelor's in computer science though, so. But what I'm trying to get at is I've done a lot of coding, but when I code, I usually code sloppily. Just throw it together, see that it works, and then be done with it. I'm trying to really be good with this code. I want this to be a shining example of what I can do. I mean, that's why I have the whole credits section. Because I think this is a legitimate piece of software that people could use, that people could update. And I want it to be usable. Also, this should be, yeah, this is the cover letters data. So here we have this. So that is the end of the variables section. So now we can enter the next region, which will be constructors. Region constructors. And this will go to here. Yep, right here. Right? End region constructors. This is very easy, thankfully. There's only two methods. There's only three methods in this class. Two constructors and one destructor, kind of. I'm not going to put a thing around that. Constructs an application from data. I really don't want to fill this out. I'm going to do it. No, I'm not. Considering I've already filled out the ones that need it, I'm not doing this. I'll leave the things here to params. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to actually make it. That constructs an application from XML document. I mean, yeah. I guess I should say that. BR. I feel like this should be... I don't understand why comments need the whole BR slash in order to get an actual line break. It's annoying. Like, I get that it's kind of XML, but I don't know. I wish it was easier. So constructs an application, and I want to say that if elements cannot found, they default to null. I guess I could do that actually. I'm going to do that. I'm not going to fill out all these, but I will put in a note here. I don't have a good thing to say. Oh well, never mind. Change my mind. The document. Yes, it's actually empty string. I guess it should be data. If data cannot be found, defaults will be used. There we go. All right, there we go. And just like that, that's all the constructors. Like, they're pretty obvious how they work. Like, they are just constructors. Convert to XML. I don't need a whole region for it because it's just one method. Convert application. I will say one thing that I am doing sloppily for this program is I am not using a proper logging system. I know there's things like Serolog that'll let you like log your errors to a file, and then you have a nice file for all the problems and all that. No, if you have a problem with this, it just tells you. It just has a message box and says, "Yeah, your thing broke." That is sloppy on my part, but I hate logging. It's just I don't want to know what my problem is if I go check the log file. If I have a problem, I want to know what the damn problem is. You know? I'm not doing logging in this program. If you want to add logging, it is open source. Be my guest. Returns and XML representation of the application. This should be capitalized. And cool. That is this file done. That is one file out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Technically 2. We're 2/18ths of a way. And it is 12 o'clock. And next up we have a much harder one. Kind of. Maybe not. There aren't as... We don't have to worry about variables like we did in the last one. I'm going to reread the variables. Company, creation time, obvious. Status is obvious. Actually, status I want to do, put a mark around. Current status of the application. I think it's obvious, but just to be safe, you know. Did it really take you 4 streams to complete 2-ish files? No, no, no. I've been working on this off stream. Like, the 4 streams have been throughout the development. Most of this has been offline. I've probably put about 75 hours, maybe up to 100 hours working on this on my own time. The 4 streams are just when I've decided to stream. And all of these files are, like, the code is complete. You can run this program. I'm just cleaning this up before release. That is all I'm doing tonight. Making it look pretty. Position. I think I am going to put a note for position because it could be mistaken for like, oh, it's the position of something on the form. Position is often used in like game development for like box position. Where is the position? Not what is the position. The position the application is for. I should capitalize application. Application type, location. Where, same thing for location. Where takes place. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. And now we're done with it. Now we're done. I'm done with this. Alright, cool. Application didn't capitalize. This should be capitalized. Good catch. Alright, cool. Oh, also, I forgot. I want to delete all of you. There we go. So yeah. We are good. So now, okay. Now we can move on. Oh damn, we don't need any of these? Really? Wow, I'm surprised. No using statements for this one. So the application selector. Wait, what the hell is this for? Oh wait, no, this is this. Yeah, this is gonna be a big one. Well, not necessarily. Oops. This is going to be a region, variables. What's the red arrow about? What red arrow? Oh, this? It's because of Git. When you make a change in Git, like this shows my previous commit. So before it was this. Right now it is this. So when I commit this to the repo online, this will go to green. That's also why on the scroll bar there's a red line here, because I deleted part. I added stuff where it's green, and I changed things where it's gray, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, this is all GitHub version management stuff. Nothing to worry about. Man, this is great music. I love Titan Dweevil Part 47. The Shock Therapist B82. Oh, Shock Therapist B83. Actually, that's the Monster Pump. This is the Monster Pump. Sorry, the last thing I think actually was the Shock Therapist, maybe. Instance, self-explanatory. Company application dictionary. list of all open all companies and all all right, view image, edit image. These are resources, so I'm actually just gonna go ahead and make that a separate thing. Yep, I mean, pretty self-explanatory on what these are. Um, that's good enough for me. I'll call this region load, loading, and that'll encompass this. I don't think I have a close, so there's no reason to care about that. So here for loading, this is just the constructor. I'll just call it base constructor. Loads the necessary. Actually, no. This doesn't load the necessary data. It just sets up the columns. Pairs, columns, in it's data grid views. That's what its components are called. Data grid views for data. Then updates data to fill spell, please. You have, because this is being called on load, this is being called by WinForms, like by the form itself. So I can't have this be null. sender and E both have to be parameters, even though I don't use them, just so it can be called by WinForms. So ensure. Wait. No, this is an application selector, right? I thought this was an Yeah. I didn't. Oh wow. I didn't know I did this. Yeah. Damn. I forgot I did this. I thought I only did that for the viewers, not the application. Also, this should be application selector.load. I originally called this the application viewer, um, but because um, you use this to select the applications to view, when you're actually viewing the applications, those are application viewers. So now this is an application selector. I should make sure that other things don't use that. That means there should be, yeah, there is a form closing. In that case, I will call this life cycle. What if I call it in the application editor? I do call it life cycle. Okay. And I'll put the closing here as well. So yeah, ensure this is the only instance. All right. So ensure it's the only instance. Load the columns. All right, cool. Next thing that we'll do is we'll go ahead and add in the closing statement. Um, what's the best way to put this? This just stops it from being the instance. One thing I like to note is when you close a form, you don't actually you don't actually kill the form technically, I think. Maybe you do. I don't think you do if you have a reference to it. So things can survive even when they're closed because you can still get data from them. Unused and unused. And that is the life cycle complete. Actually, I think I'm going to put the refresh in here as well. Or no, that deserves to be its own thing. Update data. All right. Actually, give me it now, please. Please, I would like it now. Cut. All right, cool. Actually, this deserves to be up here as well in the update category. I'll actually put this right underneath the refresh button. Click. User has clicked. Refresh. By the way, the reason all the application and company viewers have auto update enabled. So whenever you're viewing an application and then you make an edit to that application in the application editor, that change will immediately be seen in the application viewer. However, changes are not immediate in the application selector. And the reason for that is if you're viewing something, some application, and like, oh, I don't know, you change the company, or heck, you don't do anything, that will reload. That would cause you to essentially clear the data, fill in new data into the table, and now you have all new data. So now your pointer goes all the way to the top, and now everything in your viewer or in your selector gets just flipped on its head, even if nothing really changed that would warrant that. And there's ways you can fix it. I've fixed it in the past when I was working on another, job, whatever. So I've handled it before. It's a real pain in the ass to deal with. And yeah, I didn't feel like doing that here, so you just get to manually update it. Haha. Sorry, no power steering for you. You have to, like, touch the steering wheel. I mean, that is still power steering. Cars have that. But Like, all you have to do is just hit refresh when you want to refresh. But, yeah, it's all manual. Oh, I can just say, I can put a comma here. So, update data. Unused and unused. Who could have guessed? All right. Warn the user. Wow, this is already done for me. Glorious. Update data. Fill data grid views with new data. Pretty simple. For each company, you just go through it and add them. Wait, what? Oh. Oh yeah, this is where I actually do it. Update the dictionary. Newest data. Update data grid views. Update warning UI. All right, cool. There's update data. Wait, what? Oh, I think it's getting confused because I moved this into the region. That's probably what's going on. Add each company in the dictionary to the data grid view. All right. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. Add each application in the did company to the data grid. Cool. Again, this is pretty simple. You just clear the data grid, and then you just go ahead and select your company. Take your selected company, and yeah, for each one you just do it. If I try Oh yeah, I have a list. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory. I don't need to add any internal comments for this. And that ends update data. Company's grid. All right. Selection change. So this is all UI. I could do a UI thing. Input. Input makes more sense because UI is more so um, like visuals and user experience. So I guess I could call it UX, kind of, but it's easier just to call it input. You know what's sad? Whenever I spell input, I I do game development, but whenever I spell input, I always am like, but does it have an N or an M? Like it's every time. Like it's obvious that it's input. It's N. But like every time I spell it, it's just a lingering thought. So yeah, we'll take the cell clicked. Put that up here as well. All right, there should also be an applications cell content click. There is. I mean, technically, the refresh button should also be here, but I don't care. I really don't give a shit. Um, what do I want to say? There we go. All right. This is pretty self-explanatory. If it's one of these columns and it's, you know, you know, it tries to open the company. The company's tied to the row. So if you have row 1 and 2, you know, it'll go and say, "Oh, you clicked row 1. Row 1's tag is Foo Company." We'll open Foo Company's editor. Pretty simple. Not much to really go over with that one. Same thing for application, really. Yep, that's literally the only change. And that's weird that it doesn't update immediately, but it updates the second time you open and close. It's weird that it has that problem. It appears that my music is over. All right, what is the next soundtrack I will put on? What? I paused this. I'm not listening to Pikmin Free. I need a good soundtrack. I have 34 of them here. Um, I don't know. I'm thinking. There's just so many to choose from. Okay, I'll go with this one. I'll go with the Blob. The Blob for the Wii. Oh, Shellos to Shellos is here, and he asked for Hat in Time. In that case, I will. There we go. Also, I didn't mention it earlier, but if the music is too low, please let me know. The last region here is pretty obvious. It's just going to be cell painting. Essentially, you can't. They have okay. So a data grid view, it has multiple columns, and columns can have a column type. Actually, one second. I need to blow my nose. So yeah, every column has a column type. So you can have a column type for text types, you can have a column type for button types, you can have a column type for Boolean types. And that's really cool. And each of these column types have their respective cell type. So you can have a, you know, a text cell, a button cell, a Boolean cell. And that's all cool and all. However, something really stupid is you can't set an image for a button type. With a regular button, you can just say button.image is image, basically. For the data grid view button, you can't say data grid view button image is image. You have to say paint the cell with the image, which is really dumb and stupid, and I wish you didn't have to do it. But you know what? Whatever. It's not that big of a deal. But like, why do I need this stupid little thing? Why do I need this stupid method? I shouldn't need it. It's a waste of everyone's time. Oh, actually, I forgot to mention this. I beat Hat in Time recently. Got it on sale and beat it. Pretty fun. Really easy though. I got the DLC recently as well, on an Eversell, so I might play that soon as well. It has pretty decent controls. I would definitely say that it's not my favorite game, but I think that now that I have it, and with how nice they made mod support, there are probably some Kaizo hacks that would be cool to check out. I'll probably play Seal the Deal and the other one first. Companies, grid, um, paints, images. If you want to challenges, do Death Wish mods. Isn't Death Wish like the permadeath mode? I forget if you have full health or if you have one hit. Death Wish is a challenge mode. It's not the one hit badge. Oh, there is a one hit badge? I did not discover that. I haven't 100%ed Hat in Time yet. I need to. I just keep on getting sucked into other games. Like recently I played Anton Blast. I just got it because it went on sale. Blasted my way through it. I I really want 100%. Well, I don't know how much I want 100% it. Like, I got in all the collectibles. I have not found all of the Pauls. Um, I have not done any of the time trials or combo attack. I don't know how much time I want to put into that. Um, from what I've heard, like, I've tried the time trials a couple of times for the first level, and I am, like, a minute off. I feel like it's going to be crazy. For sell information. Alright, cool. We are just going to literally copy and paste this right over to the application cell. It's the same thing but for applications. I need to get a virtual machine on my Mac to run optimally. You know, I've tried using a Mac once. It was at one of my family members' houses. I forget which one though. This was years and years and years ago. I did not like it. I don't know what it was. I did not enjoy using a Mac. Granted, I absolutely hate Windows. It I I just don't like a lot of the stupid little design. I don't like having control. There is a decent chance I'll go to Linux when I get my next computer, but like going to Linux right now is a hassle. I don't want to have to like, oh, uninstall everything, put it on on my external drive. Then stuff breaks when I bring it over to Linux. I have to reinstall everything and like that. That is a time commitment that I don't really want to spend my time on right now. It's running it. Yeah, that sounds like a Mac. Like, it was bad when I tried to use it. Man, the only other thing I remember from visiting that family member's house was like watching Garfield. I can't believe how long ago that was. I'll just say that image to paint. Of a Windows machine. I've had bad and I've had good experiences with virtual machines. On one hand, I've had bad experiences when I was at school. When I was in school, I had to use Docker, and oh my god, it was so annoying. Like you had to boot up the terminal, go into the folder, then enter your password, then you had to go ahead and boot it up, and then it was slow, and then you leave it for 5 minutes and it closes, and you have to do everything again. Oh my gosh, absolutely hated that. Um, Actually, what I guess I like using now for work isn't a virtual machine; it's a remote desktop. Yeah, I mean, I guess I do use virtual machines. I don't know. But yeah, so that is this application. The application selector is basically done. I say basically because I do want to go for the designer and update tabs, but that's the last thing I need to do. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Sorry. I will say though, don't get Docker. Docker sucked. Docker has earned my anti appreciation. I mean, really, are there any tab indexes even in this? Like, this is tab index 1. I guess there are. This should be tab index 2. This should be tab index 3. Where's the tab index? You're not gonna tell me there's no tab index. I think it's gonna tell me there's no tab index. Really? There's no tab index? Also, sorry that I can't zoom in on this. I guess not. I guess it uses the actual the status strip for this, which in that case there should be, yeah, there's a tab stop on here, so I should be able to just say free for that, and yeah, so that's 1, that's 2, and then this is free. And I'm assuming all of these are just automatic. Let's see. I'll run it. And that should be the application selector done. If I go ahead and tab, so yeah, it works its way through. That's a very weird interaction. It goes to that, then it goes to this. Oh, wait. Okay. So the thing, that's weird. That's really jank. That the split container is its own stop. What the hell? What the hell? That's jank. I don't like that. But now it's just alternating. Oh, wait. Is there no tab stop on that? That's probably what it is. The status strip probably doesn't have a stop on it. If I look at it, tab stop is false. So we should set that to true, I think. Maybe. I don't know if it will or not. Like, I'm really surprised that this doesn't have a tab stop. Like, that's so weird. How does a button not have a tab stop? How? Oh, let's see if this works. I'd say there's a 50-50 shot. If it doesn't, oh well, I guess it just doesn't let you tab it. Womp womp. Yeah, it's just not letting me tab it. Oh well. I tried. I did my best. Womp womp. Still works. I didn't break it. Cool. So yeah, that is number 3 out of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So that's 1/6 of the revisions done. And it is 1 in the morning. I know I've only been streaming for like an hour and a half, but I really should have started earlier. Oh well. I'm glad I at least got some streaming in. I think I want to get at least a couple more done before I stop though. So this is the application viewer. This is a big one, kind of. Not really. All right. Wait, what? Oh. I will admit I am crashing a little bit. This week has been long. I worked a little bit longer days in the middle of the week so I could get off earlier tonight for an obligation. But I also stayed up late last night, so I have not gotten enough sleep. I can tell that I'm gonna be sleeping till like noon tomorrow. So we have a dictionary. Yeah. All right. Currently using the GUID. Used on closing. All right, looks good. That's not how you spell signaled. All right. Also used to be signaled. This is self-explanatory. I don't need a if, or I don't need a comment for this. All right, cover letter. Of cover letter. Internal data. There we go. Why is this here? This should be one lower. It should be split. Last temp path. This I should explain. This is the path used. Destroy a file. Destroy the temp file when creating a new one or when closing. No, this should be lowercase. And that's variables. The next step, I would say, is again, lifecycle. All right. Region lifecycle. I mean, there is more here. And we can put the done button in the life cycle. I don't care. It's basically a life cycle. Company open button. Click. No. Link value label. No. Resume open. No. Cover letter open. No. Add backup image. No. Picture box. Click. No. I could put this up in lifecycle technically because it happens on close, but I think this makes more sense for an image portion of this. So I'm not going to put it there. This is a base constructor. The GUID of the company used. No, application. Right. Loads. Sure. Kit viewer of a single application. Obviously, you can have multiple application viewers out. I just don't want you to have multiple of the same application. It's dumb. There's no reason to have multiple. The original. Wait, no. What am I saying? This is nothing. Unused. This is also unused. Fill data with update values. All right, cool. With data. All right. Wait, what? If home applications that try to get value good application. What? What the hell? Home.applications that try to get value. Oh, okay, I see. This is if it doesn't exist anymore. So like it gets deleted, this gets called, it can check, oh, do I exist anymore? And it can say no. Sure, the location still exists. Try to get the company name. Company name. All right. This all feels pretty obvious. It's just getting data. Convert the image string to images and display. All right, looks good. Let's update values. A lot of stuff in it, but it's pretty obvious what it does. User is done with the viewer. So close it. Sender, unused. E is unused. Alright. Pretty self-explanatory for that one. If this was the Alright, there we go. And that is the life cycle portion of this. Yippee. Isn't that so cool? Right? Lot left. Really? Well, not really. I'll call this next region openers. Openers. I'm gonna put this all in in an image section, not in the opener section. Opens a company viewer for the applications company. Obviously, these are unused. You know, I will admit, this is very tedious to do this for each of them, but I am glad that at the very least Visual Studio, when you type // it just adds all the placeholder text. It makes it a lot easier to use. Imagine if it didn't do that and you had to type it all by hand. Oh, that sucked. Thank goodness they do this. One good thing about Visual Studio, can't be all negative. I mean, they try to make everything negative, but you know, it's not all that bad. I really don't understand why you need your own custom code whenever you click on a link label. Why doesn't it just open it? It feels like that should be the default behavior. Make it overwritable. You can still change it, but just why? Why do you have to set it yourself? That defeats like the entire purpose of a link label, in my opinion. It's so annoying. Anyway, back to hating on Microsoft. You can clearly see. Yep. Pretty basic. Just, who could have guessed? The things that are just opening things just open the things. Wow, okay, I already wrote a thing for this. Okay. So I already wrote that. I've already written this. This is a useless comment. I mean, I explain it right here. Creates a temp file and then opens it. I don't need any comments for this. Yeah. Wow, I already have all the comments for the images portion. Well, that makes my life easy. Cool. That's a win in my book. Alright, let's open up the Forms Designer. I mean, really, there should only be a couple of tab stops. This might be a tab stop. Yeah. Oh wait, is this a label? It is a label. Okay, so yeah, only this is a text box, which kind of makes sense. I was like, wait, where's the tab stop? Where's the tab stop? There is no tab stop. These do need a tab stop, but I assume they're already correct. So tab index, we can just set that to 0, or yeah, we should set it to 0. That's technically correct. Tab index is 1. Tab index is 2. Not 19 and 22. Yeah, this doesn't have a tab stop. Like, none of these matter because they don't have tab stops. Wait, it has a tab index. Whatever, I don't care. If it doesn't have a tab stop, it doesn't matter. Also, thank you for telling me about the same error you've told me about every frickin' time. Don't shut up. I just realized, I guess you really... Can you use the buttons? Yeah, you should be able to. Now that I think about it. So if I open you... Oh. So I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. I go up to the link. Okay. It might be going to the picture box. Oh, it's going to the splitter. That's what it's doing. Forgot the splitter could do that. Sorry, it's my bad, my bad. However, we do know that we need to do a few things. For one, this link label is its own tab. Where's its tab stop? Wait, what? Huh? Why is tab stop false? It's resetting itself to false. I don't know. Whatever. It's an on-click event, so it doesn't really help you to have it, but whatever. Tab index should be 1. Tab index should be 2. Tab index should be 3. Tab index should be 4. And this tab index should be 0. And its tab stop should be false. I do kind of wonder, can you do enter on it? You can! Wow, okay. I guess that's one good thing about it being a link label then. Yep, enter works on it. Yep, now it does what you'd expect. What? Oh. Cool. Alright, with that, it is 1:24 in the morning. So I think I'm actually going to end it off here. I might do the rest of these on stream. I might not. But Jam it's done. These are just the finishing touches. After these finishing touches are on everything, it's going to release, and then I can start working on actually making the video talking about it. I hope you guys are excited for that. Anyway, I'll see you guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.